Hello everyone, we're heading into Clash of Wills to get a rank 1 score run in. This is the team that I got built. Up first we have Kaito. He is our first provoker and also breaker, does accuracy down on the boss and has demon and fairy killer. Base form, ring, morale at the start, accessory, morale every turn. Philosopher's Stone Seeker, some auto casting, do wield with instruments and the batons for auto casting. Materia for 100% draw attacks, and he's full of aid. And in the shift, we set him up with some attacking killers, but he's still our first provoker with the materia and full evasion. He does have 150 bird killer, 300 demon killer, 300 fairy killer, although he's here mostly to do the other stuff. And that's about it for him. Up next we have Curse of Immunity Melissa. So she is the main supporter and morale unit. Empress Rod, morale to start. Hat, she is our second provoker, so she's also full evasion. Her own card for morale. Also, Kaido has Wilk's card for morale per turn. So for Melissa, full evade, full provoke, and that's about it. Up next, Ibarra for the main damage. So we have LB focus in both forms pretty much, with Cleom's card for morale per turn. 300 bird, demon, and fairy killer with 300 limit damage. And shift, exact same gear. And then we have Elena as the tank and leader. So in the base, we do have a decent amount of wind and dark resist, and this is with the modifiers on it. Blizzard Orb, counter back some mana here and there. The heavy armor for morale at the start. Melissa's card, just because it's better morale than Sylvie's. See, we have 125 bird killer, 200 demon, 200 fairy, 150 limit damage in the base form. She's pretty much the tank in the base form. And then in the shift, we got her set up for damage. So as far as resist go, I didn't really pay much attention to those, so she doesn't have great resist in the shift. But she is set for limit damage. 275 bird, 300 demon, 300 fairy, 300 limit damage there. And then we have Cleom. So Cleom is provoker number 3. So she's using the materia to be the other provoker. And both forms are geared the same. We're using Malphase's card for the killers. So for her, 275 bird killer, 300 demon killer, 175 fairy killer, 300 limit damage. She is 40% evasion, but we are getting 50 accuracy down, so it's going to be like 90% evasion on her. So there's a little RNG involved, but it should work out. And then we have Malphase. So EX1, just got her set for limit damage essentially in both forms. Cleom's card for morale per turn. And exact same gear in both forms. So for her, 300 bird, demon, fairy, and limit damage. Alright, let's jump into this. Alright, bit of auto cast in the start. Alright, for Melissa, we're going to queue up Minutes of Might, Sheer Immunity, and last cast is going to be Chronic Flow. Cleom is in the shift, triple on bolting. Malphase in the base. We're going to Wind and View the team first. Then we're going to do her better self Wind and View as the crow flies. And double bolting. For Ibarra, We're going to do both killers for morale. Only the demon killer matters for this fight, and then flash for mirage. Elena is going to do base limits. And then for Kaito, we're going to shift. We're going to have him do crashing wave, deep, and destabilizing. So we'll hit Malphasi first, and then pretty much everybody else. This way, Melissa's LB restore will go back to Elena too. Alright, Elena didn't get hurt too bad, but we're just going to toss a heal out this turn anyway. So Melissa's going to heal, and then we're just going to do 2 killers for morale. So Beast and Human is fine. Doesn't matter who we hit, because those killers don't matter this fight. So Cleom this turn in the shift, just triple bolting again. Malphasi is going to quad bolting. Ibarra. In the base, double but dark for the 200 dark plus some LB fill. And then flash for Mirage. Elena. We're going to put up the field first, then do better magic cover. And last cast is just going to be her bolting move. And for Kaito, downpour for the accuracy down plus the 2 killers. And then we're just going to deep into stabilizing. And pretty much just hit everything together. Alright, so we unlocked the good attack and magic, so we're going to start using that. Melissa is going to super and target herself. See, Cleom is going to do shift and limit. For Malphasi, we're going to quad cast. So we're going to do tailwinds for the amping wind boost for the party. Then we'll just refresh wind and Bew. And just do double on her bolting move. Ibarra is going to do base limit. Elena is going to do base limit. And then for Kaito, we're going to downpour, flux, and stream. Alright, we'll keep up our attack and magic. So Melissa this turn. Toss out a heal. refresh Sheared Immunity and Minutes of Might. Cleom is just going to triple bolting in the shift. Malphasy is going to shift. So we're going to do our Imperil Fields, Skilled Scavengers for the modifier, Bird Killer, and then Dreams of Flying for her Store Magic. Ibarra is going to shift. And Double Cleave and Retribution. Elena is going to shift. So we're going to do Grace, Polex Blade, and Judgment. And then Kaito. Just refresh Downpour. Deep Submersion, and Natural Flux. So let them chain up. Alright, so Kaido got kicked that time, so now Melissa is being our provoker. Alright, turn 5, Melissa. We're going to toss out a heal. Seconds of support for Ibarra. And then we're going to do Bardark to refresh the dark buff. So Cleom's going to go to the base for her base limit. Malphasy's going to do Shifted Limit. Ibarra is going to do Shifted Limit. Elena is going to do Shifted Limit. And Kaito is just going to triple on Bladestorm. Alright, so we'll use our Defense Spirit and Attack and Magic this time. Get everybody chained up. So a bit over the damage cap, but that's good. So now both Melissa and Kaito got booted, so Cleom's being our provoker. Alright, keep using the attack and magic because Melissa doesn't buff that high. Turn 6, Melissa does super and targets herself again. Cleom's going to shift and just triple bolting. Malphasy. We're going to do herself Wind and View. We're going to do Demon Killer. Refresh Wind and View for the party. And now we're going to do her 150 Wind Magnus. Ibarra is going to go to the base. We're going to double Flash for Mirage and Magnus for Store and Fill. Elena is going to go to the base. We're going to do her Magic Cover. We're going to do Sanctuary to reduce some physical damage. And just a single bolting. And then for Kaito, we're going to do Downpour, Crashing Wave, and Deep Submersion. So we'll let them chain it up. Alright, turn 7, Melissa. We're going to do Shared Immunity. Refresh Minutes of Might. And just any killer for morale. Doesn't matter. So Cleome's going to do her Shifted Limit. Malphasi's going to do Shifted Limit. Ibarra's going to do Base Limit. Elena's going to do Base Limit. Kaito will refresh our Downpour. And then also do Flux and Stream. He can go first. We'll get our attack and magic. And then we'll let everybody chain it up. Alright, so that time all 3 provokers get kicked out. But that's why I was using 3 provokers, so I didn't lose the tank. Alright, turn 8. Melissa. Toss out a heal, just in case. And then we'll do 2 killers just for morale, so it doesn't matter what we cast and who we hit. We just want the morale. Killers don't matter. Alright, so Cleo, we're going to do double bolting and her Magnus for store. The fire part doesn't matter. For Malphasi, back in the base, we're going to Wind and View the team and just triple bolting. Ibarra is going to shift. And we'll do double cleave and retribution. Elena in the base. Magic cover. And double bolting. And Kaito is going to go to the base. So we're going to downpour, refresh the accuracy down to killers, and then we're going to Receding Tide and Swelling Current. That'll give us some Mirage stacks. Use our attack and magic, and we'll let everybody chain. Alright, Melissa, because we're going to kill this turn anyway. We'll seconds on Ibarra just for the extra boost. And whatever, we'll do 2 killers for morale. So Elena's going to shift and do Shifted Limit. Kaito is going to shift and Bolting Chain. So we do Deep Submersion and Double Blade Storm. Cleome's going to go to the base for limit. Malphasi's going to do base limits. Ibarra is going to do Shifted Limit. Use our Defense Spirit, attack and magic buffs, and let's get this chained up. So there we go. Turn 9 kill, rank 1 score. Let's take a look at damage. So Ibarra, I figured, was going to be the damage lead. Cleome did pretty decent for not having all her modifiers. And EX1 Malphase and EX3 Elena, about the same damage. Although Elena is 130, Malphase's just 120. But not bad overall. But there's the rank 1 run. We're going to end this video here. Hope everybody enjoyed.